go by the belts and the barren heat, when number 4 needed a chain. Never thought the quietest thing in the room would be the one taking my place. Monday wore its usual shirt, gray at the cuff, oil at the seam. Foreman kept both hands in his pockets, wouldn't stand where I could see him. Behind him sat a spotless arm, yellow paint and a single green eye. It didn't know the names on the lockers, didn't need lunch, didn't ask why. My badge still opened the side gate, my boots still knew every turn. But a man from somewhere with a tablet said the new line's quicker to learn. They clocked me out at 9:15 before the morning lost its chill. Took my number from the schedule board, couldn't take the hands that built it still. No, a payroll line can disappear, a working man is harder to erase. The quietest thing in the room that day was the one taking my place. I cleaned my drawer with a folded rag, 2 pencils, a key, 1 dime. A photograph curled at every edge, and a wrench older than the sign. Louis stopped feeding the copper wire, mate turned away from the gauge. Nobody offered a clever farewell, respect has a quieter language. The machine made 17 perfect turns, then froze with its green eye bright. The tablet man tapped every polished screen. I listened once and named it right. 3rd relay back cabinet, contact sitting crooked. He asked how I knew. I said, because trouble changes its breathing before it changes its sound. They reached for my name when the line went still, like it had never left the wall. I showed them the relay, showed them the mark, then let their silence answer it all. I could have stayed for another hour, could have made their new thing run. Instead I set that old wrench down and buttoned my jacket one by one. They clocked me out at 9:15, stamped the hour clean and square. They priced the motion of both my hands, but missed the knowledge living there. Let the schedule lose a line tonight, let another number take its place. A machine may learn the work I did, it won't remember why it's made. Receiving past Bay 3, past the wall we raised in '92. Every boat along that southern frame held something I once knew. Then daylight hit the safety glass, and for once I didn't turn. There are doors a man walks out of without leaving what he earned. They clocked me out at 9:15, but the hour did not own my name. Left their gate with empty hands and more than when I came. Let that green eye count the pieces, let it keep a flawless pace. The quietest thing in the room that day could never take my place. 41 years by the loading door. This time the hinge complained alone. address. The window showed my floor. The stamp had crossed 3 counties just to reach the proper door. But the man inside the letter had a birthday not my own, 2 middle names, a numbered debt, and property in Rome. I carried it downtown Tuesday to a building made of beige, where every chair faced forward and each hour earned a page. A woman behind the counter read the heading in my face. She said, according to the system, you are standing in this place. I told her, ma'am, I've never seen them. That signature is not my hand. She pointed toward a plastic seat as if the chair might understand. They gave me ticket 47 and called out 49. A clock above the exit sign was 7 minutes behind. They checked the street, they checked the date, they checked the box beside my state. They checked each fact their forms could claim, everything except the name. That's the wrong name. Right door, right key, turning in the lock. Wrong life, right number, right hands, waiting on the clock. You can file me under someone, you can stamp me all the same, but I won't become your heir just because you spelled the wrong name. A supervisor joined us with a tie the color of clay. He spoke in careful circles that never gave a thing away. He said, the record has a history. I said, so do I, my friend. He said, we cannot change the beginning. I said, then show me where I end. He asked my mother's maiden name, the school beside the tracks, the month I bought my first used car, the sum of last year's tax. I answered every question, still doubt remained his trade. A stranger's life was printed clean, mine waited to be weighed. That's the wrong name. Right door, right key, turning in the lock. Wrong life, right number, right hands, waiting on the clock. You can file me under someone, you can stamp me all the same, but I won't carry another man because you kept the wrong name. By noon they found a second file attached beneath the first, a license from another town, a claim that had been reversed. The photograph was half my age, the eyes were narrow pale. The clerk looked almost disappointed that the likeness had to fail. Perhaps you entered something wrong the last time you came through. I said I wasn't here the last time, that should narrow it to 2. No laughter across the counter, but the drummer caught the line. The bass stepped half a measure early, the band knew better timing. Are you certain you are you? Certain enough to answer when my father called me home. Certain enough to recognize the rooms where I have grown. Certain of the scar across my workbench, the loose board on my stair, the way my old front window shakes when freight trains pass through there. If paper needs more evidence than living can provide, perhaps the page should prove itself before I step inside. At 3 they brought a fresh form out and placed it in my hand. Every empty little square made a quiet new demand. Print exactly as instructed, do not shorten, do not bend. I wrote my name so slowly they could watch it start and end. Each letter took its proper room, no borrowed history came. I crossed the final consonant and underlined the name. The supervisor stamped it twice, then offered no apology. He said, you should be corrected in a proper approximately week 3. Maybe somewhere in another town, a man I'll never meet is opening my water bill or voting on my street. Maybe he's at a counter saying, "This is not my face," while someone with a patient voice directs him to my place. The world can fit a person in a folder thin as air, and then lose him between cabinets and swear he was not there. But ink is not a memory, a seal is not a claim. A number may describe me, it cannot wear my name. That was the wrong name. Right door, right key, turning in the lock. Wrong life, right number, right hand, steady on the clock. You can sort me, scam me, store me, you can make me wait again. But a man is more than data in a box beneath the pen. That was the wrong name. Right door, now the record bears the blame. I walked out exactly who I was before they learned my name. Yeah. The envelope knew my address. The system knew my floor. By closing time it nearly knew who walked back through the door. Measure twice. That was how he began. Whenever wood met pencil, whenever a wall had to carry more than its share. One mark for what you think, one mark for what is true. My father kept his tools in drawers with labels made by hand. Chisels, files, open end, each word a small command. The letters leaned a little left, the corners gathered grime. He could find a 1/4-inch socket with the workshop dark at night. He never called a hammer that, never said, "Bring me the thing." Every object had a proper name, a purpose and a ring. He taught me cedar splits too easily, green oak likes to complain, and cheap pine hides a crooked heart beneath a tidy grain. He placed the ruler in my palm and closed my fingers tight. Measure twice, son. Wood remembers every cut. At 16 I wanted speed, he wanted corners square. I drove 3 screws before he'd finished, choosing where they'd bear. The shelf looked proud until November, then bowed beneath its load. He said nothing when he fixed it, silence carried what I owed. We built a table for my mother from boards he'd stored for years. He sanded every edge by touch, I rushed until they cleared. When supper came, one leg sat shorter, every glass leaned toward my chair. He folded up a matchbook cover and placed it there. I waited for the lecture. He only lowered the light. Measure twice, son. Pride can spoil an honest cut. Years move faster than our hands did. I took work across the state. He left messages on Sundays. I returned them days too late. He'd ask if I was eating, if the roof still held the rain. I answered every useful question, never asked about his cane. Once he said, the shop gets colder, come help me seal the door. I promised him the first warm weekend. Winter found another 4. When I finally crossed that threshold, new foam framed the jam. He had measured, cut and fitted it with weakness in one hand. A blue line crossed the workbench, straight, deliberate and slight. Measure twice, son. Time won't mend a careless cut. Thursday, while a meeting filled the screen, I watched his name keep ringing beside figures in a spreadsheet. I told myself at lunchtime, then lunchtime slipped to 3. By evening, it was my sister using his phone to reach me. No final sentence waited. No hidden wisdom filled the room, just ordinary quiet and the scent of oil and broom. On the bench beneath his glasses lay a drawer he'd started new. The label had no word yet, only pencil marks and glue. Inside his folding ruler, a square worn silver white, 3 sharpened carpenter's pencils, and a note folded twice. Keep what fits your hand, give away what doesn't. A tool locked up too long forgets the work it knows. Below that, in smaller writing, you always came around. That sentence made me angry, because kindness can't accuse. He had left me no defense to fight, no argument to use. I wanted him to name the weekends, every promise set aside. Instead he gave me mercy, with nowhere left to hide. I opened every labeled drawer and laid the contents bare. Not one expensive instrument, but nothing wasted there. Each handle held the pressure of the work that shaped his days. Every dent was evidence, every sharpened edge a phrase. I reached across the tabletop and turned off the overhead. still faltered. I made promises by noon. When the quarterly report looked thin, I taught the figures how to bloom. I defended every closing, called each cut was a plan. They never had to ask me twice. I was a company man. I carried their water, guarded their gate, made their delay look fortunate. But loyalty travels only one way, when numbers meet behind the door. Company man, straighten your tie, thank them politely while they sell your chair. Company man, look them in the eye, ask which one remembers you were there. You gave them your back, your word, your years, made every failure fit the plan. Now the building keeps your fingerprints, but no place for the company man. I trained the son of the vice president. He called me sir for half a week. Then he learned the proper people and forgot the floor could speak. I showed him why the Western Circuit failed whenever weather turned. 6 months later at a meeting, he presented what he learned. They applauded his solution. I applauded with the clan. You become good at disappearing as a company man. Company man, straighten your tie, raise a hand, removing your name. Company man, look them in the eye, watch them call subtraction change. You gave them your nights, your word, your years, covered every flawed command. Now they praise your dedication while they dismiss the company man. The letter said restructuring. The guard said leave the card. The elevator took me down like gravity worked for human resources. No accusation, no mistake, no witness called to stand. Just 27 careful years reduced to thank you, Stan. My name is not Stan. Where my photograph once hung, they had replaced the service board before the day was done. A new slogan crossed the lobby: people make us who we are. I read it underneath the light and nearly laughed out loud. Waiting for the freight elevator, I held the door, removed my tie, and stopped defending my betrayer. Let the office keep its language, every bloodless, polished phrase. Let them rename fear as progress. Let them measure lives in days. I won't curse the walls that use me. I won't beg to understand. A title never made me whole. It only made me useful to their plan. footsteps. You don't owe it the man you are. First to come, last to know. The door shut clean behind me. For once, I let it close. The notice leaned against the screen door, white paper under a red brick. Municipal development here in Parcel 17, District 6. They call the house a structure, the yard an underused expense. They measured from the public sidewalk and never crossed the fence. The porch bent toward the eastern corner. One column needed paint, but every board knew someone's footsteps. No blueprint carried that. Grandfather framed the kitchen when wages came in coins. He marked the height of all 4 children along the pantry joint. My mother's line stopped at 16, a pencil date beside her name. Mine climbed higher near the doorway. Then my daughter joined the frame. The inspector photographed the markings as evidence of decay. I asked him not to touch that timber. He said it wouldn't matter either way. They call it Lot 17, a number clean and small. But no one ever learned to walk on a lot without a wall. The front room held a faded rectangle where a piano used to stand. The window latch required lifting with the heel of your left hand. Behind the stairs, a loose brass button waited underneath the floor. My brother hid it there at 7. He still denies it at 54. In winter, pipes complained at sunrise. In summer, doors grew tight. The house had never once been perfect, but it recognized us every night. At Thursdays here in polished renderings showed young trees and painted cars. A walkway crossed our former kitchen. Parking meters lined the yard. One councilman praised new beginnings. Another studied his phone. They gave me 3 exact minutes to explain 100 years of home. I brought the pantry strip beside me, every pencil mark intact. The chairman called it personal material, then returned it to my lap. I could not argue with their figures. The roof required more than prayer. Stairs climbed each season, and fewer relatives came there. A house can lose its purpose while its meaning still survives. That is what their maps omitted. Empty rooms can hold full lives. On the final morning I removed the hinge from the kitchen door, the porcelain number from the entrance, the button from the floor. My daughter cut the pantry timber half an inch above her line. We carried every measured childhood to the back seat of her car. The operator waited quietly. He took his helmet in his hands, said his mother's place was taken for a road outside of town. They call it Lot 17. Now nothing stands at all. Still someone learned to walk in there that cannot leave with walls. Weeks later, painted spaces covered where the rooms had been. Cars arrived and left by evening, never knowing what stood beneath. At home I fixed the pantry markings along my daughter's hallway frame. The timber didn't fit the molding. We hung it there the same.
Headline stood an inch tall, nothing due today. Below it, 7 paragraphs explain what I would pay. The salesman circled guaranteed, then covered half the page. Said sign beside the arrow, sir. I signed beneath my age. 3 months later came a notice with a figure wearing teeth. Every promise had an attic, every attic had a fee. The truth was never missing, it was printed pale and thin, hiding underneath the welcome where the trouble could begin. Read the small print, read it slow. That's where all the large things go. Every yes has terms beneath it, every open door a fee. Read the small print line by line. Their ink is patience, so is time. What the smiling voice won't tell you waits below for you to sign. My landlord praised the fresh new boiler, called the building newly grown. Page 4 made every tenant pay for heat they never owned. The lift quit working every Friday, repairs arrived the following spring. Service subject to availability could excuse most anything. Even my promotion letter had a sentence near the end. Additional responsibility does not constitute a raise. Read the small print, read it slow. That's where all the large things go. Every favor keeps a ledger, every gift may charge you twice. Read the small print line by line. A polished word can hide a fine. What they mention at the handshake changes after you have signed. Reasonable use, selected locations, participating providers, conditions may apply. 4 little fences built around one advertised sky. offer can be altered without notice to the buyer. That means they move the finish line and compliment your stride. I once believed that clever language only lived in legal files. Then I heard it in apologies, carefully arranged with smiles. I regret how you received it, I'm sorry you felt deceived. Some people place conditions on the truth they want believed. So now I listen for the footnote when a promise sounds complete. I watch what leaves the sentence when the speaker takes a seat. Not every page is crooked, not every word conceals a trap. But trust should stand in daylight and not require a folding map. Say exactly what you offer, name exactly what you take. If honesty can ruin the bargain, it was never yours to make. Read the small print, read it slow. Bring the buried language home. Lift the quiet words from hiding, make them answer to the light. Read the small print line by line, keep your name until it's right. If the deal cannot survive a question, leave the arrow unsigned. Today another envelope was waiting at my door. The headline promised everything. I turned straight to page 4.
The invitation said formal. Mine had faded at the seams. So Arthur lent his Sunday suit, the navy one with narrow sleeves. He'd worn it for promotions, for photographs and speaking nights. People listened when he entered. Even chairs seemed to sit right. I practiced with his jacket buttoned, used his posture, used his pace. By 7 in the hotel mirror, I had nearly borrowed his face. This suit knows how to enter. This suit knows where to stand. This suit can make a doubtful room believe I have a plan. The ballroom held 200 people, round table, silver cards. My name appeared beneath the heading, Leadership Through Difficult Times. I had written 12 clean pages, full of phrases built to climb. Forward motion, shared commitment, stronger outcomes by design. Every sentence sounded certain when rehearsed behind my door. but certainty grew heavier with each step across the floor. This suit knows how to enter. This suit knows where to stand. This suit can hide a shaking wrist when reaching for the stand. The first 3 rows were supervisors. Behind them sat the crews, whose hours I had helped reduce to keep our targets smooth. I recognized the night shift foreman. His daughter needed care. I'd called his schedule flexible from a climate-controlled chair. The microphone enlarged my breathing. Page 1 refused to lie. Good evening, valued colleagues. I could not meet their eyes. I closed the folder. Said these pages call it progress. That isn't what it was. We protected our projections by making you absorb the loss. I approved it, I explained it, I made the language clean. If leadership means owning choices, let mine begin with me. This suit knows how to enter. This suit knows where to stand. But cloth cannot make courage, and a sleeve cannot raise a hand. No one offered quick forgiveness. No applause repaired the room. Truth does not become heroic just because it enters late. The director near the curtain would not look at me again. The foreman folded both his arms and listened to the end. I left the polished speech unopened, spoke the figures without disguise. Each honest number sounded rougher, but at least it fit its size. A borrowed shape may fool a mirror, may carry you through guarded doors, but every coat becomes transparent when your words are not your own. Reputation is a garment other people help you wear. Character is what remains when you return it for repair. At midnight, Arthur met me by the service entrance light. I handed back his folded jacket. He inspected every side. You stretched the shoulder, he told me. You'll have to mend that seam. I said, send me what it cost you. He said, that isn't what I mean. That suit knew how to enter. I had to learn to stand. It carried me up to the podium. I walked down as my own man. The next morning, I bought no jacket. I called the foreman instead.
Says it happened by the station. I remember Miller's store. He says rain covered the pavement. I recall a dry front porch. He swears the clock read nearly midnight. I watch the afternoon bus leave. Two men can carry one occasion and disagree on what it means. No witness, no record, no picture in a frame. Just two old men with different facts protecting the same day. We were 20 short on patience, both employed at Randall's yard. Cal had argued with the foreman I had taken it too far. By closing time, one office window lay scattered near the gate. He says I threw the coupling wrench, I say he sealed our fate. We left town before the question, shared one room and half a meal. By sunrise we had built a version neither judge could separate. No signature or claim, just two young men dividing guilt and sharing out the blame. For 30 years we told the story as a joke at every meal. Cal wouldn't mind my wild expression, I would claim he broke the seal. People laughed before the ending, we improved it every year. Memory became entertainment till the truth could not appear. Then Randall's youngest daughter called us. She had found an unpaid file. The damaged window cost her father his contract within a while. Cal said, "You remember now?" I said, "I remember running." He said, "That isn't an answer." I said, "It may be all I own." He said, "You held the wrench." I said, "You opened the cabinet." Then neither one of us could tell which sentence came from memory and which had come from repetition. We met beside the former station, now a pharmacy in lot. Cal pointed toward a loading gate that neither map had marked. I found the store I remembered, 3-4 blocks across the square. If my porch had been the right one, we could not have started there. For once we stopped correcting, let both stories lose their ground. Without the pleasure of conviction, we heard what stayed beneath the sound. Truth does not always vanish. Sometimes we reshape its face, trim the parts that make us smaller, move the weather, change the place. We had polished one old failure till each man could hold his side. But the facts we kept defending were the shelter, not what hid inside. No witness, no record, no clean account to save. Just two old men who ran together and let another person pay. No witness, no verdict, still something must be named. We may never know who broke the glass, we know who left the blame. Cal offered half the payment, I matched him at the door. He still remembers heavy rain, I still remember none. windows turn to squares of empty black. Elevators rest in lobbies, even traffic loosens back. That's when Rosa checks the boilers, when Malik loads the bread, when Chin resets the signals for the morning trains ahead. No ribbon marks their entrance, no camera knows their names, but the city's quiet machinery wakes when they change shifts. While the daytime locks its briefcase, while the storefronts lower steel, 1,000 unseen hands arrive to keep the sleeping engines real. Second shift, step in, turn the weight and building on. Second shift, hold steady till the early crowd has gone. No headline, no procession, no polished speech or gift. The city meets the morning on the shoulders of the second shift. Thomas washes restaurant floors where plates cost half his pay. He hears tomorrow's reservations while he clears tonight away. A nurse counts every cabinet, a printer feeds the press. A woman in a windowless room repairs a wedding dress. The radio speaks softly, someone laughs across Bay 5. Small conversations cross the hours and keep the room alive. Second shift, step in, bring the silent line to speed. Second shift, hold steady, make tomorrow what it needs. No headline, no procession, still every boat gets fixed. The city signs its name at dawn with the hands of the second shift. At 2, the loading dock grows colder. At 3, the tension starts to bend. At 4, the smallest faulty bearing sounds louder than a friend. Coffee loses every promise, shoes remember every mile. Someone shares a bag of oranges, someone tells the same old story. Then a conveyor starts complaining. Malik hears the dragging chain. He stops the line before it snaps and brings it back again. Ask who kept the freezer running, ask who cleared the western rail, ask who found the leaking water before it reached the stairwell. Ask who sorted every parcel, who reset the traffic light. Morning says it happened naturally, morning wasn't there that night. Work is not made noble by exhaustion or neglect. Pride should never be the payment people take instead of checks, but skill exists in every hour, even when it goes unseen. There is knowledge after midnight, no daylight office keeps. Second shift, step in, let the weight in building breathe. Second shift, stand ready, carry what the daylight leaves. Raise the doors and start the presses, let the waking city lift. Every morning has a backbone, it belongs to the second shift. Second shift, clock out, see the eastern rooftops change. Others hurry toward their morning as you're walking home again. At 7, office windows fill with faces, coats and noise. Rosa passes through the lobby, nobody hears the boiler's voice. turn to squares of empty black. Elevators rest in lobbies, even traffic loosens back. That's when Rosa checks the boilers, when Malik loads the bread, when Chen resets the signals for the morning trains ahead. No ribbon marks their entrance, no camera knows their names, but the city's quiet machinery wakes when they change shifts. While the daytime locks its briefcase, while the storefronts lower steel, 1,000 unseen hands arrive to keep the sleeping engines real. Second shift, step in, turn the waiting building on. Second shift, hold steady till the early crowd is gone. No headline, no procession, no polished speech or gift. The city meets the morning on the shoulders of the second shift. Thomas washes restaurant floors where plates cost half his pay. He hears tomorrow's reservations while he clears tonight away. A nurse counts every cabinet, a printer feeds the press, a woman in a windowless room repairs a wedding dress. The radio speaks softly, someone laughs across Bay 5. Small conversations cross the hours and keep the room alive. Second shift, step in, bring the silent line to speed. Second shift, hold steady, make tomorrow what it needs. No headline, no procession, still every boat gets fixed. The city signs its name at dawn with the hands of the second shift. At 2 the loading dock grows colder. At 3 attention starts to bend. At 4 the smallest faulty bearing sounds louder than a friend. Coffee loses every promise, shoes remember every mile. Someone shares a bag of oranges, someone tells the same old story. Then a conveyor starts complaining. Malik hears the dragging chain. He stops the line before it snaps and brings it back again. Ask who kept the freezer running, ask who cleared the western rail, ask who found the leaking water before it reached the stairwell. Ask who sorted every parcel, who reset the traffic light. Morning says it happened naturally. Morning wasn't there that night. Take instead of checks, but skill exists in every hour, even when it goes unseen. There is knowledge after midnight, no daylight office keeps. Second shift, step in, let the waiting building breathe. Second shift, stand ready, carry what
the daylight leaves. Raise the doors and start the presses. Let the waking city lift. Every morning has a backbone. It belongs to the second shift. Second shift, clock out. See the eastern rooftops change. Others hurry toward their morning as you're walking home again. At 7 office windows filled with faces, coats, and noise. Rosa passes through the lobby. Nobody hears the boiler's voice.